Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very serious stream. Very serious. Good morning, Mommy's Life and Kenneth and the fam. So, this is a video kind of to talk about what happens when you get a tradesman job. That's alright, Mommy's Life. Thank you very much for the love and the like and the support. There are people on YouTube, not gonna say who, that may or may not understand the risks that tradesmen take daily. There's Angela. Hello, Angela. Do you guys know what the number one thing that goes through a tradesman's mind every single day? The most terrifying thing. Hey, Tai Tai. There's a reason that I don't do certain things on YouTube, and there's a reason that certain things. We were on Kel's stream last night, and I mentioned to the chat there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't get to see, and there's a pretty good reason why. Over the course of the last year, from January 1st, there have been roughly under 5,000 to 6,000 commercial industry accidents in construction. And do you know what the number one thing is that these people wonder every day that they pack their lunch and they head off to work? The number one thing that goes through their heads is, dear God, am I going to make it home? One fall off a ladder, one fall off a lift, one drop of a board. It's pretty nerve-wracking, yes. So, my thing is, when I see people being kind of hateful to construction workers, I gotta wonder to myself, are you brave enough to go up and to do what we're doing? You know, to the people who are making snide comments about it? Because apparently they think they are. I've had at least 4 friends die at their jobs doing labor. And the only reason that I haven't fallen yet is because I did something that they don't do. I thought I made you blue. Rebecca, I thought I made you blue. I need to make you blue. After that incident that you guys heard about last night, the reason I was wanting to stop YouTube, which I'm not going to stop it now, but the thing that bothers me is we do tool reviews, but we also do dangerous stuff. I'll give you guys a little example. A couple days ago, we had a bad storm. come through our neighborhood. I had to go get a special piece of equipment to somewhat, quote unquote, fix it. We actually had to hire somebody to fix it because we don't have all the equipment or the necessary training. I don't have the electrician training that that guy had. Um, and when I was outside doing this, my main thing is I have to be careful where I put my hands because the person I was working with swore up and down that it didn't have any power on it. I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe that story because, yeah, okay, it may not have power and it may not be connected. Hello, Joy, pilot guy, aka Alvin, and Joy and Reb. My neighbors are actually in the process of building a deck, 2 stories tall. If they make a mistake, they'll fall. There's no lifeline. They're not using a harness. Nobody around here uses them. 1, because they're crazy expensive. 2, because, well, they just don't use them. So, and when I do show what the project is, you'll understand more about why I was talking about what I was talking about on Kels' stream last night. Because guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That is the most terrifying thing a tradesman has to deal with is, hey, GA, the tradesmen are outside. They're working in the summer heat. Hey, Tammy. They're working out in the summer heat, and they are not sure if they're going to make it home. Does anybody in the chat know what the second most deadly accident that happens in tradesman work is? What is it, Donnie? Number 1 is dehydration. What's the second one? That falls under dehydration. Heat stroke, dehydration is number 1. Then there's number 3. Falls. Number 1 is heat stroke, and number 2 is falls. Number 3 is electrocution. You are 10 times more likely to pass away from a fall than you are from electrocution. Or is it 15 times more likely? Because even though you're at a live wire, you may not touch the live wire. Your ladder may fall off the platform and you with it. So yes, you are much more likely to die on the job from falling off a ladder. Okay then, Alvin. Thank you for coming in, man. Do you know what the most common injury in the shop is that we get? Woodworking? The most common injury. Yes, cuts. The most dangerous tool that we have is a table saw that goes over 6,000 RPM, and it's basically nicknamed the log splitter. No, it's not chainsaws. Although, yes, you're a lot more likely to die from chainsaws than you are from electrocution if you're using the right equipment. When I show you guys the project that I've been building, does anybody remember how much weight I said it was? But finger amputation, hurting yourself with tools, yes, Red, that is. Those things are horribly, horribly dangerous. And technically, what I believe is people should have a special kind of clearance to use them. Table saws, think of a car engine. That thing's got a big freaking motor in it. Table saws, they're not a joke. Most of the time, I can get by with cutting things with a handsaw. But there have been times where I've had to use a chainsaw, and there's sometimes I'm in the basement, or I'm in the shop. It's technically a basement. More like it's a woodworking shop is what it is. So, the thing about it is that kind of upset me last night is, here's the deal. I just don't appreciate being made fun of when the work that I'm doing very well could kill me. The people on YouTube that have absolutely no clue what tradesmen have to go through upsets the living crap out of me. It just does. It's the same way with people that go against law enforcement and firefighters. It's not important to mention his name. Those who know his name know who he is. So my main thing is, you can make fun of me if you want to, but at the end of the day, I'm putting my life out on the line to build and to make stuff that either can A, kill me, B, injure me badly, or C, I could fall off of. The good news about me is even in my current age, I'm still agile. So I can build and construct what I'm making. If this was not the case, I'd probably be in an ICU right now. Alright, GA, thank you for coming in. I told you guys this wasn't going to be a very entertaining stream, but this needs to be said. The tools that I'm reviewing, if they're... Does anybody know what comes in a toolkit? What do you get in a toolkit? Tell me what the contents are in a toolkit. You get usually 3 things for power tools. What are they? I'm sorry, 4 things. No, power tools. Not a hammer. Hammers get this too, but they're not as crucial. With power tools, they're really crucial. You have to follow these. Instruction manuals. You get instruction manuals. That's what I'm referring to. Every power tool you get an instruction manual. Every one. This is common with every power tool you purchase. Thank you. Thank you for filling her in, Angela. Guys, I'm not even going to joke with this part. There are so many people that don't read their instruction manuals. That's okay. Not a lot of people do. The most important part of your tool is the instruction manual. I did some research on the Ryobi, and come to find out, some doofus almost sued Ryobi for not following the instruction manual. Want to know what he almost did to himself? He went to Home Depot. Hey, doctor. No, they really don't, Donnie. They really don't. He's absolutely right. They don't understand because this guy went out. He bought a Ryobi drill. No, he bought a Ryobi saw. Remember why I told you guys I hate saws? He went out and he bought a Ryobi saw. I come to find out from reading the article, he's never used a saw in his life. They put a warning and an instruction manual in the tool. This isn't funny. This isn't funny. I'm not laughing. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. What happened next was not funny. Serious time, guys. I'm not joking. This was horrible. He cut off 3 of his fingers, was rushed to the ICU. No. No, it's 12, so lunch break. My other guys are out there right now. Lunch break. Remember, it's around 12 o'clock. Usually they eat stuff. Yeah, it's 12:30, so they're at lunch still. They get an hour. He cuts off 3 of his fingers. This is with the Ryobi saw. And why? He didn't read the manual. But Still tragic what happened to him. I'm not gonna bash him for not. Hey, Cody. What's up? So, this goes back to what I was saying about tradesmen. I never will understand why people feel the need to make fun of these guys that build houses. I never understood the people who make fun of tool reviewers, because here's the problem. You may end up using the tool the wrong way. And if that does happen, the said weaves. the But going back to a serious note, here's the serious note, guys. This guy ends up calling Ryobi and attempting to sue them because he almost. Where is your blue wrench? I thought I gave you a wrench. Weaves. Need to get you a wrench. So the guy calls Ryobi and he says, well, I want to pursue legal action. The first thing they're going to ask you is, well, did you read the owner's manual? So, well, they said you can. What I'm trying to say is, what's basically going on is people are getting mad at tool reviewers now for not reading their owner's manual. There's a reason I'm not going to read the owner's manual on live. I'm just not going to do that. I'd probably bore you guys to death. It's a lot of literature. There's a lot of literature, but it needs to be read. Because I had another guy who bought a Ryobi drill. I'm better. I'm doing much better now. That's true, and then when they hurt themselves, they think it's the company's fault. I never could understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. So, I'm getting people going back to the trolling crap. So, basically, what I'm getting from these guys is hate for. From what? Like, hey, Big Red Bear, I'm alright. I can't blame you, Angela. But guys, I'm not gonna kid you. Some of the tools you gotta read the owner's manual. The new Ryobi drills and saws that are coming out, I would highly advise people read that, because it just takes one mistake and it could cost you a limb, literally. There's a reason I don't have a Ryobi battery operated saw. I'm afraid that it could hurt me. Not that I wouldn't love to have one, I'd love to have one. I've been telling my father to get one for years. He still insists on using his skill brand. I'd much rather him use a Ryobi, but that's just me. I mean, he's got an impact and he's got a drill driver, so why not just go ahead and get a table saw? So Angela knows exactly where I'm coming from. I also will be doing a video shortly, not today most likely. Guys, let's get this man to 20 or 2.3k. Come on. If you haven't Weaves World, please do so. If you're not supporting him, what are you doing with your life? I thought I gave you a wrench. YouTube. Let's get this gentleman to... Then you're good. But those who haven't supported him, please support Weaves World. And to the people who... Oh, Weaves. Speaking of which, there's a guy over there working. Excellent. Who's working on a project I can't show because it's not my project and it's not my property. But he's working on this massive... Yes, Donnie. The thing is, though, I advise people to keep the manuals in case of... The owner's manual is not just there because you need to read it for operations. It's also there, and I advise people to keep them because they also sometimes will have parts diagrams for things that may be able to be fixed. So that's why I advise everyone to read them. Say, for example, let's use an example here. What are we doing? This is a tool review channel. Ryobi. Let's say, for example, this thing dies, and I have to take it apart, and I have to look at it before I send it back to Ryobi in one piece. I can go in, take the screws out, diagnose the problem. Say I'm pulling the trigger, and the battery's fully charged, and I don't... Hey, Kelly. And the motor stops working. So, well, the battery, is it charged? Yes. Okay, so I have a bad wire. Or maybe the motor's quit. Now, maybe it'll void your warranty, but you can also call Ryobi and say, hey, I bought this from you guys, and the thing's quit on me. You know? And I took a look at it, and I put my... This is an electrician's tool known as a lead, or a voltage meter. You could do that. You could do that. Most people just want to return it. If you tell them what happened to it, though, they might be able to send you a better unit. That's why I'm advising that. I don't advise people to take these apart. What I'm saying is, you know, it never hurts to look. So, maybe it's... Actually, no, yeah, you're probably right. Probably best to just return it. Just tell them what happened, and, I have quite a few people in here I have to make blue. Kelly, Reb. All of you guys are going to be blue. Weave's definitely going to be blue. Mommy's life is going to be blue. Yeah, Caroline, you'll probably be a mod too. Weeps. No, what I'm doing right now is I think I hear thunder in the distance. And if that's the case, I have to leave the shop because we're not allowed to bar, but if it rains, there's no canopy, so we have to run through the mud. But with the project, like I said before, guys, if I had done this the wrong way, Thundercats are go. If I did this project the wrong way, and you'll see what it is when I build it, when I reveal what I've built. It's gonna look a little redneck, but hey, it's James Grant. Hey, James. If I hadn't put it together the way I'd put it together, I would have probably fallen off of it and probably killed myself. I'm not even kidding. It's that. I'll say this. When I build it, or when I built it, it was not made with the most high quality wood. I don't have any funding right now to get very good wood at Home Depot. If you guys aren't supporting Weave's World right now, what is wrong with you? Come on, guys. He's 18 away from 2.5 or 2.3. He's 18 away. I'm sorry, 18 away from 2.3. Come on, let's get him to 2.3, guys. If you guys like video games, you're gonna love his channel. I used to be a really good gamer, but I don't game very much anymore because of the reason I don't do that stuff anymore is because of the risk of epilepsy. So I mean, I don't know, you know. Does anybody else know, just out of curiosity, the number 6 thing that is dangerous? Does anybody else know one of the most deadly things that also tradesmen have to go through? Thank you for stopping in, Pooh. James is a tradesman. If you guys have any other questions, ask him and me. He'll tell you. That's funny. We Storms. Thank you for stopping in, Tammy. Storms can kill a tradesman in 3 ways. Wind, rain. What? I've never seen a tradesman use a meat cutter. I'm just gonna have fun with this. Because I don't know what he's talking about. I've never seen a tradesman use one of those. I don't even think that's in the tool belt. There you go. James is right. Did you read his comment, guys? Read James's comment. When they tell you things are okay and they're actually not. I've had multiple occasions where I've actually had to correct the guy I'm working with because I know better. I'm so confused. One of the most dangerous things I've done is not saving putting on film. Yeah, that's an OSHA violation. That's not good. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that automatically. Putting on any sheet metal roof, that's not a good idea at high speed winds. That's just asking for a fall. You gotta make that money, but no. Hey, Big Red Bear. Basically, what we're talking about is Donnie said that the most dangerous. Yeah, that's partial. That's Re. That's partial. That's part of it. Yeah, there are old mine shafts that do have old TNT in them. Yes. Oh, you were doing it in the before the. Okay, yeah. Okay, I can see where he's coming from. It had to be finished. That's nuts. Actually, you're not. 21's good. 21's an appropriate age. I just don't ever hope to use that kind of stuff because that's one of the most dangerous things you can use. That's not dangerous, more along the line of it's disgusting. It's not gonna do any damage to you. Yeah, we definitely have another storm coming in now. Okay. I figured. Not you, Big Red. Not you, Bear. You're fine. You, Angela, Weaves, 6 out of 7 here are fine. Guys, come on. Let's get Weaves to 16 more supporters. Come on. What are we doing here? Somebody please fill in Big Red Bear what's going on. Because I don't want to say it live on chat. Tell him what's going on. Oh, yeah. It's funny though that he actually mentioned that because I do need to talk about why. Oh, please, no, don't. Oh. So, the reason that the shop is set up like this. Exactly, Angela, thank you. So, we forgot to talk about plumbers, though. We forgot to talk about tradesman plumbers. How did we forget the plumbers? Guys, we talked about the carpenters, we talked about the electricians, we talked about everyone else, the tree guys. We didn't get to plumbers. We forgot the plumbers. Plumbers do also have a dangerous job. Well, you guys may be wanting to ask. Absolutely we can. Absolutely we can. We can talk about the money and the jobs. Absolutely, it pertains to the job. The most dangerous thing, though, I will say this first. Oh, yeah, that storm's getting closer and closer and closer. I don't know when I'm going to be able to see Angela, Red Bear, Donnie, me. We have some construction workers in this place. This is good. This is very good. And James, I forgot James Grant, so we have at least... Yes, he does, weave. Yup, thank you. Yes, they have a dangerous job because they are working with water, and if an electrician, plumber can get electrocuted. Yes, that's part of it. They can also contract disease. The most deadly thing to a plumber is disease. It's not an immediate threat. Yes, it does happen, Angela. You're right. I've seen water get electrocuted myself. You have those are the two deadliest factors. Number one is electrocution. No, actually, number two is electrocution. Number one, if you're a builder and you you could build a house wrong. Absolutely, absolutely. I've seen people pour concrete and they didn't know what they were doing. And I don't know how you can mess up pouring concrete. I don't. He's filling a hole for a post. And he screws up concrete. I don't even want to know how he can do that. He, first of all, didn't put in enough. Number two, the foundation fell. So, dead serious. He didn't know how to pour the concrete. YouTube shows you... Oh no. Oh no. We got weather coming in again, guys. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming. I may have my power knocked out again. This is a daily. Yeah, I may have my power. I may have to go in a few minutes. Yeah, you guys can hear that. That's thunder. Remember I said I can't be in the shop because there's no other way to get out of the shop but the... Not yet, but I will have to go here in a few minutes. Oh no, I really don't want to leave, but I have to. Yeah, that's the storm. I can see it right outside my door. The shop door. It's not good. James, this is our personal shop that we work on stuff in. Okay, guys. I hate to cut this short, but I have to run. Please be safe out there, all you construction workers. Oh, crap. It's raining. I gotta run. Gotta go get my team.